What's cracking, everybody? Ah, you know what? Hey, I'm gonna fucking it's all right. I'll edit it out. What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. As you see today, everybody's mind's blown right now. Pick your brains up. Gunners Collective. Gunners Clips. Gunner is in the house. What's cracking, Gunner?
What's good with it, brother? Same old thing.
So, we decided we were gonna do an interview. I have a couple questions. Actually, I have 4 questions, and then those can turn into who knows what. This can turn into who knows how long, but it's way overdue. So my first question is, can we clear up? So and I know.
Yeah.
A while back, there was a lot of videos, man. A lot of videos. People were saying Dubs is smart. Dubs use Gunner. Dubs cut Gunner loose. Dubs is a snake. Dubs use Gunner. It was always Dubs use Gunner, and either I was a snake or I was smart. And meanwhile, I'm sitting back. Like at first, I was confused. You know that.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get to that right now. But go ahead and if you can clarify what really happened. Who cut who loose, and not even that it was a cut loose. You just explain what happened. This first segment is going to be called The Fallout.
Ooh, right. So when we were doing our thing, well, let's take it way back. So when we first got in contact with each other and we decided to start doing a little bit of a content together and help each other out. We helped each other out. We'd go back and forth. First thing in the morning on the phone, man, we'd be chopping it up, trying to figure out, hey, not step on each other's toes, what's going on with content, for content purposes. And gradually over time, we became friends. Apart from just associates in business and trying to help each other out, we became friends. And so we would talk not even exclusively about YouTube, but just chop it up throughout the day. And slowly but surely, we decided, or we kind of stumbled into just doing our lives. We were doing a lot of lives together, and we started to recognize that a lot of people liked it. They liked the content we were putting out. They liked the platform that we were putting on together. Everybody was laughing, having a good time. I've been asked several times about that. We should come back together and do that. Now, at that time, there was a lot of people that we provided platforms for, meaning that while we'd be on there having a good time, we'd allow people to jump on and get a little shine, I guess, if that's what they were into or that's what people were searching for. Whatever the case may be, we try to keep it fun, entertaining, but you guys had to understand that this was our business. This was our platforms. Everything that happened was a reflection of us. And we had to bite the bullet plenty of times. And there were situations where, if someone acted out of character or there was some confusion there, we had to take the brunt of it. So as this started to move on, people decided that they wanted to start doing their own thing. And instead, and I started to recognize, and I know you started to recognize because we talked about it several times, instead of individuals getting at us and saying, hey, we're trying to do this, we're trying to bubble, we're trying to do our own YouTube channel. It was more so these channels were just created and we were basically told, hey, we're going live now at the same time as you. And people were getting upset with us when we were just doing what we had been doing, So we started to recognize that, conversated on that. And then there was a lot of hatred, a lot of videos that were being made. And I know at that time, man, I was being trolled pretty heavily. There was a lot of people that even some still have an agenda for whatever reason, right? Against me more so than you. And you were getting hatred too. But I knew that, this is the way I felt, at least, that a lot of the hatred that I was getting was leaking off into your platform because not only were we friends and people knew this, but because, we were doing our thing. So I made the conscious decision one day without even discussing with you that in order for me to basically grow my channels and for you to grow your channels, I was going to have to take a step back from everybody. So I didn't tell you nothing. The truth of the matter is I'm the one who backed up. I'm the one who said, you know what? I'm cool. I didn't even tell you. I just blocked you. I blocked everybody, got a new phone number, everything. I just wanted to step back. Now, it wasn't because we weren't friends. And I know there's going to be people that say, oh, man, that's dirty. But I felt that the only way for you to prosper and stay in your lane and grow was to do it solo. You knew how to do it. You had the recipe. I had the recipe. And it was kind of like, because I know you, if I said, hey, Dubs, it's like this, you'd have been like, nah, fuck that, bro. I'm riding with you till the wheels fall off. That's the type of person you are. That's to be expected. I'm the same way. But at the same time, when you're in a business or you're trying to conduct business, you have to make the right decisions for you and for others around you that you care for. So I was like, I'm going to step back from everybody. I did that, and it worked out. It worked out. You started to gain more traction. A lot of the hate kind of fell off that I knew I was bringing to your platform, and we grew. We both grew. We didn't grow apart, but we grew side by side. Now, eventually, we did get back in contact when I felt it was the right time, and we've been rocking behind the scenes ever since, man. And we're just going to continue to do what we do.
Yeah. And, and that's funny because people are like,
Mhm.
hey, you guys come out with the same. We talk all the time,
Every day.
and he did. He took a step back, and I was just like, damn, what the fuck? Like, I didn't understand it.
Mhm.
And this part is going to be called the comeback, because it's true. Gunner was getting a lot of heat. And I didn't take that into consideration. I was like, damn, Holmes, what the fuck? This bottle just bounced out like that, right? And I remember a lot of people were commenting, because when you took a step back, my channel like really started moving.
Yes.
And your channel was struggling for whatever reason. I don't know what the reason was, but I remember looking and I was seeing your views were so low, and I was just like, holy shit, right?
Mhm.
And I was like, damn. And then next thing you know, Gunner's second channel, Gunner's Clips. What is it? Collective Clips.
The Collective Clips, yeah.
The Collective Clips is about to pass my big channel.
It's I like to call that channel the Prince, the artist formerly known as Gunner's Profiles, right? So this is what I chose to do. When I seen you doing what I knew you could do, I said, perfect. He's in the right position. He's in his lane. He's in his zone. He's just trying to make $150, right? He's doing his thing.
Yeah.
So what I did is I noticed that too. Of course, it's hard to miss that my channel was declining, but it wasn't declining because of the hatred. It was more declining because of the effort that I was putting into my channel. And you know as well, there was a moment there where we had a glitch in the matrix and we both kind of slacked off, right?
And it hurt.
It hurt, man. And so, there was a lot of people, Gunner, everybody abandoned him or he abandoned everyone, whatever the case may be. I'm like a dragon. I take it as a challenge. Okay. Not challenging anyone, not disrespecting anyone, but challenging myself. Because I already know what it takes to elevate the game on YouTube. I've been doing it long enough. If you don't know by now, then you'll never know. So I rebranded my channel. I changed the name a few times. I played with it a little bit. And then I decided to elevate by using the short game. So I started to what I started to do, and mind you, this was with my big channel, which we'll talk about that in a minute, but I still had my small channel on the back burner. It had about 26,000 subs. I wasn't as focused on that channel necessarily as I was on the big channel. And so I started to drop a lot of shorts. I started to drop different types of content, do more reaction videos. I started reacting to documentaries and different things, trying different things. And that's what you're supposed to do. Switch up the game. Never switch your style up, but switch the game up. The game is out there, and it's what you do with it. The effort, the hard work, the consistency, and I went relentless, gas full gas pedal push, and I hit a couple semi-viral videos on shorts, and I basically went overnight from 76,000 subs to 100,000 subs within a week. And that was all due to the hard work I was putting in. For those that remember, I was dropping 5-6 shorts a day, 2-3 videos a day, just pushing it. And I had to, and I was able to overcome. And I think that channel is now sitting at 122, 123,000. I got my 100K. And then, what goes up must come down. And so what happened was I was in the midst of doing that, I got a little lazy, a little relaxed. And there's a lot of rules and regulations in YouTube. And one of the
Mm-hmm.
rules is if you're going to use old material, old clips, you have to switch them up, change them up. There's certain
Mm-hmm.
criteria that you have to do. And I made a couple, mistakes. I got a little lazy. I could only blame myself. And I woke up at 12 o'clock midnight one night and I had a message from YouTube saying that my channel was being demonetized for 90 days due to reused content, meaning that I used an old clip that I found on YouTube that I tried to refurbish and I didn't do it correctly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still learning. I'm still learning the game. Um, and I just had to bite the bullet and deal with that. So what I did in straight Gunner Collective fashion is I slid. I did what I had to do to clean up that channel, and I just said, you know what, I'm going to put this one on the back burner. I got 90 days. We're about a week and a half away from that 90 days being up, so the channel will continue to grow, and I'll get right back on it. But I slid over, changed the name of Gunner's Profiles to the Collective Clips, and changed the game there. And so
And
now
I'm gonna say, I remember when you told me what happened,
yeah.
and I remember thinking to myself that's devastating right there. And I'm gonna tell you guys right now,
Mm-hmm.
without a doubt, 1000%, nobody out hustles this guy. This dude was like, I got my second channel, I'm gonna push it. And like I said, his second channel was about to pass my big channel.
Yeah.
You know, it blew my mind. And since we're on that topic already, we need to get into, at least I think we should get into one of the things, and not the thing, but one of the things that has blown your channel up. Super Norteño.
Whopping.
Whopping. Whopping.
Can I get at you?
Right.
Look at, more than anything, it's his hustle. It's his grind. Like this Vato puts out 2 or 3 videos a day on one channel. I struggle to put out one video on 2 different channels. You know what I mean? So, but go ahead and let's talk about. Go ahead and I'm gonna blow you up right here again, so you can. Hold on, let me get over here. Put you on solo layout, so you can talk about the Super Norteño and everything else.
So, as people know, I've told a lot of stories in the past, and it wouldn't be me if I didn't keep it correct. And a lot of these stories that I tell, because it's not all about prison or gangs. Sometimes it's about family. And we've all come from, or most of us, especially in this genre, come from a family that has some pretty diverse people, some funny people, some people that some people would consider, I guess, not as smart as others, some that have done time, veteranos, the old tia that goes to the bar every Friday night. I think we all could identify with that. And so I've told stories in the past. My primo was involved in the stories, and my tia, and several of my family members. And so I kind of stumbled into it. What I did was I told a story about an Easter Sunday birthday party at one of my primo's houses, and my primo, which is Super Norteño, right? It's a character based off of him. We don't literally call him Super Norteño, but that's kind of the joke. And then I just elevated from there. People started requesting it. I turned it into a series. I'm now turning it into an animated series, as well as and I've introduced a lot more characters. And we haven't even started. We're at season 2, and I'm trying to keep it as professional as possible. And these stories, they're all true stories based off actual events, but told with a little twist. Told with, I've always been known as a comedic. I do it in a comedic flavor. I put comedy on it. I think comedy is a universal language, like math and money, right? Everybody wants to smile. Everybody, whether you're active, non-active, whatever walk of life, whether you're a lifer in prison, or even you're living in an alley, in a box, man, everybody wants to smile. A smile is universal. So I bring a little comedy to my stories. And like I said, I stumbled into this. It's a hit right now. People are liking it. For those of you that haven't tapped into it, I'm pretty sure, man, I can make you laugh at least once or twice. Don't drink anything when you're listening to the stories, because you're not going to be able to hold your water. And I just started. But that was that one thing right there, like I said, sometimes in life you just stumble into things, was the one deciding, I guess, thing you would say in the collective clips that has now elevated my channel to. And I'm not the biggest, not even close to one of the biggest channels at all, not even close, but um I intend to get there, through hard
Hmm.
work, and I got a lot more for you, and I got a lot more things coming up too that I'm working on. Like I said, the animated series and so much more. So, I'm not gonna let anybody get to me. I don't pay no attention to outside noise. I try to show people the way to do that, because in the beginning, when I was getting a lot of hate and a lot of stuff, I would go back and forth,
Hmm.
and that was pride. That was pride. That was, I'm a YA baby, so I come from the youth authority just like yourself.
Hmm.
I don't take too kindly for people mean mugging or talking shit about me. I want to clap back immediately, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
And I realized in social media, it's that's not the way to do it.
No.
The way to do it is to not acknowledge the loud noise. Put your headphones on and keep on going forward, and that's what I've been doing. And even to this day, I still know that there's people that feel whatever way they feel about me for whatever reason. And I'm not going to sit here and play this like I didn't do nothing or wasn't.
Hmm.
Everyone played a part in whatever.
Hmm.
But I'm on some different shit, man. I'm trying to do my thing. I'm trying to elevate my channel the best way I can, and those that are around me, I appreciate them, and those that aren't, I respect them, and that's just it.
And real quick, not to cut you off, but what I've come to realize and what I've come to understand, and maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like I'm not. Um, in going through the fire, like you said, I went through a fire with you. I was right there
Mhm.
with you, Holmes. You know what I
To
mean?
the
And
fullest.
but what I've come to realize is when we didn't engage and we just kept putting out the best product that we could,
Mhm.
whoever talked about us, they sent people to us. And when they came to us, they stuck with us.
Yes,
And that helped grow the
absolutely.
channel,
It
because
did.
there were people that would make the comment, hey, Holmes, this bottle saying this, but this and this and that. And I was like, hey, Holmes, and I've always said, as far as anybody that has anything to say about me, anybody has anything to say about Gunner, my thing is this: if they get views, then there's a lane for them, and
Yeah,
that's their lane. You know what I'm saying? That's
absolutely.
just the way I look at it. If it's not successful, then there's nothing there for you. But as long as they're getting whatever they consider a success, I can't hate on them. But earlier when you talked about the people that we have helped, and I feel we did try to assist a lot of people,
Yeah,
and it does get frustrating. Well, I take that back. It did, and I
yeah,
think both Gunner and myself made a decision a while back. I probably about a year ago now, where if I'm gonna do anything with anyone, it's gonna be Gunner and Fig. That's
yeah,
it. Gunner and Fig. I can't, like, off camera. I can assist people if they have hey, can you explain this to me? Absolutely, no problem. But I just it just social media has been so strange where
yeah,
you never I have never had a fallout with anybody that I helped. I've never had a bad exchange of words, but
yeah,
then I was a horrible motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like if videos are put out, I was horrible. But it is what it is. If people want to consume that, that's their thing.
yeah,
But like Gunnar and I have talked about, we are a brand. We don't have time to be trying to, I'm not perfect. Everybody knows I went, got drunk, and talked shit about Jerry. Jerry didn't have that coming. I was buzzed, and it happens. We're human beings and we're on camera and things happen. And
yeah,
that's forever, right? But I felt that it was important that Gunner and I have this. I appreciate Gunner letting me interview him and
yeah.
let you guys look into what he has coming next. And what do you have coming next? What do you see on the horizon? Do you have anything planned that you can talk about? Or
Absolutely. So I'm going to continue with the Super Norteño series. Of course, we got the Super Woods that I've been dropping. Everyone loves Roach. we are going to bring my cousin from Compton more into the stories. In fact, I got one dropping this week or in the next couple of days that's going to blow everyone's mind. It's going to be kind of his life story. And then he's going to end up eventually getting his own series. Now, these individuals that I talk about, you got to understand, some of them are still living that life. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Some
Mm-hmm.
of them are still a part of something. So, I know people are like, let's put faces to and out of respect for them.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't just do that. I showed pictures with their consent, but to just bring, and I will eventually, I'm sure, man, I could convince them to do interviews and all that. And that will be upcoming. But I know a lot of people want to put faces to the names and all that. That's what we do in life. But
Mm-hmm.
just be patient. It'll happen. That's what I could tell people. But I got a lot more going on. Again, I'm going to get the animated series together. We're doing Cholo Simpsons, and then I'm working
Cholo Simpsons.
Cholo Simpsons, man. And then I'm working with somebody behind the scene, man. We've been working on this. Okay, so I'm going to put it out there. Here's an exclusive. Before China Mac and Crip Mac ever did Mac Adventures, that
Yes,
was mine and Dubs' idea.
it was.
That's a 1,000,000% fact. We talked about that a year and a half prior to them ever coming together.
Yes, we did.
We were going to do that. That was our lane. And again, it's not like they stole the idea. They just, hey, great minds think alike. Okay. And
Mm-hmm.
China Mac is a smart individual. He's seen the lane. He pursued it. He had, the dividends, the money to do that. Our money was funny. We didn't have it. We're in two different states. So it was kind of hard to coordinate, time. But
Mm-hmm.
even when I went to go visit Dubs, man, we did sit down. We talked about it. So you don't ever know what's on the horizon. That's still being worked on behind the scenes. There's a lot going on. Um, and one thing I do want to get back to, maybe not necessarily as an everyday thing like we were doing, but maybe sometimes on the weekends, going live together, having
Absolutely.
you know, just enjoying ourselves and then kicking back and answering questions and shooting the shit like we used to. Like I said, man, you learn a lot in social media. You learn a lot from YouTube. I mean, look what Mr. Criminal's going through, man.
Yeah.
Someone who was way up here and is now being humbled, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, and a lot of people say karma. A lot of people. I mean, I'm not even going to get into his personal business, but there's a lot of people for whatever reason that are on the hate train with them. And I notice
Mm-hmm.
when someone starts hating on someone, people start doing it. I had my own family members do it, just because it's the bad girls club, I guess. It's the cool girls club, cool guys club, whatever. They want to get involved in that.
Mm-hmm. And
And
real quick,
yeah,
and and I know this is why I didn't really want to. Like I said in the second video I did about Mr. Criminal, I
hmm,
said I really didn't want to do the video because I don't like bullying, right?
yeah,
Excuse me. And I understand how social media is. We learned firsthand when
yeah,
the shit hit the fan. I mean, people were coming. I mean, people that we were like cool with,
yeah,
never had a bad word. It was like, damn, you too. Oh shit, you too. And it was just like,
yeah,
what do you gain from that? Like,
yeah,
it was so many people get at me and they're like, man, the old lives were the best. You guys had the best lives when you had the panel with 6 people up there, 5 people, 4, and you guys were partying. Everybody said that like those were the best times.
yeah.
I agree. I
They
look
were.
back,
Hmm,
I look back at our old stuff, our old lives,
yeah,
and I'm like, fuck, yeah, that shit was fun, man. And
yeah, it
it's
was.
unfortunate it went the way it went, but
Hmm,
hey, congratulations to those that decided, it was better for them to branch out. Hopefully it worked out for them. You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
I don't have any ill will, but Gunner, this is something I didn't plan for.
Yeah,
This is something I want to ask you about.
hmm,
I just got a text right now
yeah.
and it says, wow, breaking news. I don't know how accurate this is.
Okay,
We're going to find out. And it said that it's a video. It's a guy that's live right now as we're recording. Not when you guys see the video. Not when you guys see this tomorrow. But and Gunner, I want you to listen to the title of this video. Ryan Garcia caught using performance enhancing drugs after this last fight.
well, so you guys all know, man, I've told you, for those that watch my channel, if you're new, if you're just here on Dub's channel, you haven't tapped into my channel. I got a personal relationship with Ryan Garcia's family.
Mhm.
Okay. And there was members of his family involved in the Cholo Trucker fight with myself. I became good friends with his family and continued that relationship outside of YouTube. And so, I was invited to a couple of Ryan Garcia's fight. We were invited. In fact, I invited Dubs to go with me. We were
Mhm.
invited to the Javante Davis Ryan Garcia fight several
Mhm.
times. Every time Ryan, his family taps in with me. So when all this stuff was going down with Ryan, when they were talking about he was missing and he might have been killed, all these different things, I immediately, and I told you, I said,
Mhm.
I'm going to call, his people and find out. So I got a hold of his people immediately, and they told me that everything that was going on with him was basically he was just doing it just to sell the pay-per-view. And I
And real
told you
quick, I don't
that.
want to cut you out. Look, I don't want to cut
Mhm.
you, and that's 100% true. I don't even want us to speculate on this
Yeah, I'm not.
because we don't know if it's true or not.
Yeah, it could
We're
be
gonna,
that,
I'm gonna Fig sent me the video right now. Right, let
mhm.
me see. Fig, hold on. So Lupe is getting at me too. Okay, it's about something else. Hold on, let me see. Uh oh, damn. Oh, I see what it's about. I'll talk to you about it off camera.
Yeah.
Uh I don't want to have any speculation. We're not gonna do that. We don't
Yeah.
do that.
No, absolutely not.
We're gonna find out and see what it is.
Again, like I
This
said,
could just this could
his
just be a
family's
troll.
good. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
this
could
could
be.
just be a troll. Somebody to get a lot of because he's live. I don't know. We'll get to the bottom of it. If
Yeah.
it's legit, maybe we'll discuss it. Maybe not. It's
Yeah.
up to you guys. But I just wanted to throw that out there. It kind of no, that just threw everything off. But
Yeah. No, no, no.
I
I understand.
but because you and I both have talked to
Yeah.
his family members, you more than me, I just threw that out there like, damn, that just came out right now.
Yeah.
Somebody's live discussing that whole shit.
And again, and all I can say about that is whether it's true or not, that's up for the professionals to decide. As far as with us, it'd be speculation. But one thing I
Yeah.
will say is this, um, you know, when minorities, or what people consider minorities, brown and black men, and even some whites, right, do things, um, overcome challenges, and there's someone always quick to bring them down. I'll say that,
Hmm.
right? Now,
Hmm.
whether it's true or not, I don't know. It seems kind of odd today that I don't know if you've seen it, but there was a press conference where Canelo actually,
Yes.
Oscar De La Hoya, threw some shit out there about Canelo using performance enhancing drugs, and it's funny how now Ryan Garcia is being accused. I'm just saying, it's in the sports world nowadays. Nothing is what it seems. Let's just say that. And that's why I told you what I told you was bet on Ryan, bet the house on Ryan. You did, you won. I seen that
Yeah.
one coming. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I wanted to touch on one other thing.
Okay.
Um, so when my channel, like I told you guys, when my channel, Gunners Collective TV, when it blew up and reached 100K, I was proud because I was one of the first guys in the prison genre to do that.
Hmm.
Okay, in our genre, in our
Hmm.
West Coast, not East Coast. You got 23-1 and 1090 Jake and all these guys. They've been doing that. But as far as our little circle, I was the first one. Now there was a lot of speculation. A lot of people, oh, Gunner's buying subs and
Hmm.
he's
Hmm.
buying views, and there's no way he could have did that. And I'll tell you, at that time when I blew up, I didn't have $10 in my pocket to buy anything.
Hmm. Hmm.
You know, I was I was at the point, because you got to understand, me and Dubs both slacked off on our channels. Maybe a couple months prior to that, I was still catching up, paycheck to paycheck in a real way. Looking
Hmm.
at my computer system, thinking about pawning shit. I was on my Swifty Blue shit because I was at the point. No, serious. I was at the point where I was like, man, I might have to give up this YouTube stuff because I can't
Yeah.
afford to pay my rent. I'm not going to have Wi-Fi no more. So
Hmm.
I didn't have money to buy no subs or nothing. Like I said, I just got lucky. Anyone could do it. I played the short game. And, a lot of people don't get into the shorts on YouTube just because there's not a lot of money in it, you think. But
Hmm.
as you get deeper into that game, you got to understand that YouTube is in competition with TikTok. So they are pushing
Hmm.
shorts. So if you're able to stumble into something smooth, you'll
Hmm.
take off. And that's how I was able to do it, man. And then I started pushing better. and content that I was more focused on what I had ahead of me, and now I could say the Wi-Fi is on for good, so I'll be all right. You know,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
it's on.
yeah.
It's on for a long time.
Hey, what about shout out to Splinter, man. What about when Splinter was like,
Oh,
he was like, fucking Dubs, man. He goes, Dubs cut him loose. He goes, hey, why don't you, what did he say? Why don't you
he
throw
said.
Gunner a
He said.
lifeline?
He said. Yeah. He said. I see you're over there getting all the views. Snarf, snarf. Why don't you throw? Why don't you throw? And look at. Shout out to Splinter, man. Prison
Yeah, he's all
POV.
right.
I
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Splinter, man. I don't care what he says. He didn't call me a bitch. He didn't disrespect me in any way.
yeah,
He just kind of he needed content that day, and he seen what everyone else was saying, and he kind of gave his perspective on it. I got to respect
yeah,
him for it, but he was wrong, right? That
yeah.
that video definitely didn't age well.
It
Um,
did not age well.
yeah, and you know what? I commend Splinter because it was like that gave me that push because I
Mhm.
actually did a response video when I seen that, and he was like, "Hey, Dove, why don't you throw Gunner a lifeline? You're getting all the views. He's over here having to do 2 or 3 videos just to hit his 10,000." And I was like, "Oh, is that
And
is that
then
how we're?"
me, hey, look, and then
Yeah,
me, I'm like, I still didn't know what the fuck was going on. I was like,
yeah,
I'm the bad guy. They're all talking about I use like that ain't me. Anybody that knows me knows I'm a loyal ass dude. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So I was just like, damn, man. You know what I'm
What
saying?
you
Like,
what people need
go
to
ahead.
understand is I don't I don't know. I'm not the type of person to allow myself to be used. I'm a kind
Mhm.
person. I'm a good person. I always try to help. I mean, I call Dub 6 in the morning, program time. This is what's hot. He'll do the same thing with me. And it's not
Yeah,
because he's not using me like expecting me to do this. It's just, hey, I want to see him bubble. I want to see the homie come up too. You know, grind, homie, grind. I'm that's how I am. I'm grinding. And so when I seen that, I was like, okay, you done woke up the dragon. Now it's time for me. And I sent a message back to him. I think it was one of the most respectful videos I ever did. It was a direct message to Splinter. And I just told him, I appreciate you. I don't see where the animosity or anything's coming from, but
mhm.
we'll see how it ends up. Right. And then I think I hit 100K like 3 days later.
Hey, no, and no, but and just to
Mhm,
clarify,
mhm.
there were months where I didn't know what the fuck was going on with Gunner. I
Yeah,
was just like, damn, Vato
I,
bounced out.
I did.
And
I
and
did.
and like I said, I was looking at his views and I was like, fuck, everything went bad. And then,
Hmm.
hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you guys right now. Like I said, his small channel is on the verge of passing my big channel now. And this dude doubles my views. I'm like, shit. But I see the work he puts in, man. And look it, that's free game for you guys. You guys want to learn how to be successful. Those of you starting a channel right now, you want to learn how to be successful on YouTube. Go and look at his channel. Look at how many videos he's putting out a day. Look at
Mm,
how many videos he puts out in a week. Look at how many videos he puts out in a month. I can't do it. I'm gonna keep it real.
yeah.
I can't do it. You know.
It's
So if you guys want the recipe, there you go.
I've given it out, man, freely to a lot of people, and my hand's been spitting. But here's my thing. Again, I just want to reiterate, as far as Dubs used me or no, that never happened. That never
Mhm.
happened. There was never no fallout with Dubs. I made the conscious decision to step back unannounced. It wasn't something planned. I woke up one day. I said, you know what? I looked at my channel. I looked at his channel. Um, some of the conversations we had had prior, all the hate that was going on and things that were happening at that time, I said, you know what? I feel like because it's a two sides of the coin. People are like, oh, you blew up because of Gunner. No, Dubs was on
Yeah.
his way coming up, already.
Hey, check this
Believe
out.
me.
Just like, hey, look, just like when they talk
Mhm.
about the lives. Oh, you
Yeah,
guys, Gunner, you remember how many people sometimes within 5 minutes, how many people I would have in a
a
live?
thousand, 1,500, 2,000. True story.
And then when I hooked up with Gunner, doing things with Gunner, we were 300, 400.
400. Yeah,
I didn't give
exactly.
a fuck. I'm riding with Gunner, right? But
Yes.
it just cracks me up that people like forget that. You know what I'm saying? This was a partnership.
Yeah.
You know
Well,
what I
it's
mean? Like,
selective thinking, just like selective politicking. People choose to see
yeah.
what they want to see, rather than what it really is. And I know we didn't touch on it. There's a lot of people have asked questions. We'd be in our lives. I kind of bypassed the questions. People would try to say, "Hey,
Hmm.
what's up with Dubs?" Start some conflict, and I always said, "Oh,
Hmm.
go watch him. He's solid."
Yeah.
Um, But the whole time we were conversating behind the scenes, and the reason we weren't doing it is, hey, if it's not broke, don't fix it, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're in our lanes. It makes no sense, and it was still too fresh. The wounds were still open as far as people waiting for any little reason. I mean, even this video right here is probably gonna have some people making videos. Oh, they're back
Absolutely.
together.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And whatever. And at the end of the day, I don't wish nobody no ill will. Nobody, none of the other channels. I mean, you just keep pushing them people over to me, and I'm gonna keep on giving them the good game. That's real talk.
Absolutely.
Thank you. I
Mhm.
appreciate you, man. You know what I'm saying? You bought me a new truck. Thank you. Um, but I'll
He
say
did just get a
this.
new truck.
I did. I'll say this though. Um, that whole thing, that was on me. That was me, and it wasn't on me like I'm jealous or I'm hating. It was on me saying, you know what? I have to focus on myself.
Mhm.
Dubs already has the tools necessary to focus on himself. He knows what he has to do. He's a grown man. He's been doing it before I've been doing it. You got to understand, Dubs' channel's been around way before me. He
Mhm.
knows what he's got to do. We've worked together long enough. Both of us have gotten game from each other, so we know exactly what it is.
Yeah.
So by doing that, that helped us. That helped us, and that was it worked out the way I wanted it to work out. You
Mhm.
know, because if I would have, like I said, contacted you and been like, hey, bro, I just need to step back. And I needed to step back, period. There couldn't be no conversations behind the scenes. There couldn't be none of that because it would have led into, oh, fucking, let's just get drunk and do a live or let's do this. You know what I mean? I
Mhm.
wanted to be like,
Mhm.
nah, we have to be on our own. We have to take it back like Apollo Creed and Rocky. Let's go back to LA. We need to start where we started from, you know, and I was
Mhm.
losing. I was losing a lot. I was losing a lot of views and a lot of things. But like
Mhm.
I said, I did what I had to do to win, and I'm back, and I'm back
And it's a trip
vicious.
because in this
Mm-hmm.
comeback that
Mm-hmm.
you got, and you know the brand the I don't want to say breakaway, but the branch off, whatever it was, the
Mm-hmm.
recess, whatever you want to call it. How many people from the UK and Australia did we get?
UK,
Homie, I have a
Australia, Japan,
shout out to the UK, shout out to Australia.
shout out to New
Man,
Zealand. Shout out to New Zealand, man.
New Zealand too. Hey, it's a trip. I'm like, when are they watching?
Yeah,
But
they're
anyways,
watching the next
hey, this
day.
is yeah, yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah. The next day. But look it, this is a 37-minute video. You guys know I don't do videos like this, but this is what a lot of people been asking for. Um, Shout out to all the truckers out there. The truckers always asking me for a longer video. Here you
There you
guys
guys
go. Here's
go.
a long one for you guys. Thank you for the work that you do. I don't think people understand what truckers do for this nation. But anyways, um, we'll go ahead and wrap this up. Just know that be prepared. You don't know when we might get our party on a live. The good old
Coming soon.
days. It's coming soon, though. You got
It's
anything you
coming.
want to say before we go?
Yeah, to everyone that's out there that haven't tapped into my channels, let me get at you. You know what I mean? Let me get at you. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much. And again, man, no matter what people say, um, you know, I think the people we are reflects right in front of you off the screen, man. You know, I was taught a long time ago, man, never believe anything you hear, man. I don't believe half the shit you see either. Don't judge a man because of what you think or what other people say. Judge him by the content of his character. And that's it.
There you go. There you go. All right, you guys. Hold on. Let me get this back. All right, you guys. Gunner, thank you. I appreciate the interview.
Got you, bro.
Um, Gunner be getting that plaque soon. We're not going to talk about that. Gunner will be having that YouTube plaque somewhere in the background.
I'm gonna wear it
Every,
like a chain.
he said he's gonna wear like Flavor Flav.
I
Okay,
need
you
that.
guys, but thank you very much for spending the time with us, for watching this video. Everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them. We're out of here.